Zohran Mamdani's rise as one of New York's most outspoken progressive political figures has placed him at the center of an intense debate about the future of the city's real estate market. His Housing First platform, shaped by democratic socialist ideals, challenges decades of development norms and seeks to redefine how New Yorkers interact with the housing system. If implemented, his proposals would have far-reaching implications for tenants, landlords, developers, and the broader urban economy. A central element of Mamdani's housing agenda is an aggressive rent freeze policy for rent-stabilized units, a category that includes nearly 1 million apartments across the city. He argues that New York's affordability crisis demands immediate intervention to prevent tenants from being priced out of their neighborhoods. Supporters view this as a lifeline for working-class families who have been squeezed by rising rents. Critics, however, warn that a prolonged rent freeze could undermine building maintenance, discourage investment, and put pressure on small landlords who rely on rental income to keep properties habitable. The tension reflects a broader ideological divide: whether housing should operate primarily as a market commodity or fundamentally as a social right. Beyond rent policy, Mamdani's long-term strategy centers on dramatically expanding the city's stock of affordable housing. His proposal to construct hundreds of thousands of permanently affordable units under a city-run development agency represents a significant departure from New York's traditional reliance on private developers. Instead of incentivizing market-rate construction with affordability set-asides, his plan envisions a public sector-driven model in which the city builds, owns, and maintains housing directly. This approach could ease the supply shortage for low- and middle-income households, but it also raises questions about cost, efficiency, and whether the city has the capacity to manage projects at such an unprecedented scale. Mamdani's fiscal policy proposals further unsettle the real estate establishment. His platform includes higher taxes on high earners and corporations, along with potential reforms to redistribute property tax burdens more equitably across neighborhoods. In practice, this could make ownership of luxury real estate more expensive, potentially dampening demand in the city's upper-end condominium and townhouse markets. While some predict this could drive wealthy residents toward lower-tax jurisdictions, others say such measures would help rebalance a system in which working-class homeowners and renters often shoulder disproportionate costs. Zoning reform is another pillar of Mamdani's vision. He favors increased density near transit hubs, the elimination of parking minimums, and targeted upzoning of affluent neighborhoods that have historically resisted growth. These changes could open new opportunities for development and address supply constraints, but they clash with the more restrictive elements of his platform, such as tighter rent regulations and public sector dominance. The result is a complex push-and-pull dynamic. While certain policies could expand the housing supply, others might discourage private investment or limit the types of projects developers are willing to pursue. The broader impact of Mamdani's platform extends beyond housing itself. His proposals for improved public transportation, expanded childcare, and higher wages all intersect with real estate by shaping where people choose to live and how communities evolve. Policies that reduce the cost of living could stabilize neighborhoods and support local economies, while higher taxes and enhanced enforcement against property violations could strain landlords and shift investment strategies. Ultimately, the effect of Zohran Mamdani on New York real estate will depend not only on the policies he advances but on the political coalitions he can build. His ideas challenge deeply entrenched interests, from major developers to influential landlord organizations. Implementing such sweeping reforms would require close coordination with the city council, state lawmakers, and financing bodies. Success would mean a fundamental reimagining of New York's housing ecosystem, one in which affordability, public ownership, and community stability take precedence over speculative growth. Failure, conversely, could result in stalled development, fiscal strain, or unintended market distortions. In sum, Mamdani represents a dramatic shift in the political winds of New York City. For tenants, his agenda promises relief, stability, and an expanded public role in guaranteeing housing. For developers and property owners, it poses new challenges and a potential restructuring of long-standing financial models. And for the city as a whole, his vision raises profound questions about how housing should function in one of the world's most complex real estate markets.